No. No. You don't get the day one patch. Not yet. We might do it later. But I'm seeing this title screen without a day one patch. Hold on. First and foremost, let's look up on YouTube. Let's see here. Pokemon Diamond opening cinematic. Let's show off first what's behind the day one patch. Here's a video with 4 views. Let's oh, it has a stupid like and subscribe thing at the beginning. So silly. For an opening cinematic thing or Bob. So apparently, if we go to display capture 2 for a hot second here, if I move this source up, this thing has an opening cinematic, apparently. Based on original games by Game Freak, can skip ahead a little bit. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, wow! Isn't that crazy? It's super quiet. So it has an opening cinematic, like Pokemon games typically have. And whatnot. With like its whole situation going on there. And like it does the thing that the original trailers did. And it's a pretty well put together opening cinematic from what I've seen. I saw it for the first time like a few days ago. Is Perdonito. And then there's like the title screen where it's like the freaking main gem of the legendary Pokemon in question. Then you've got like this cool backdrop and then bam. That's your title screen right there. Why is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond not appear? There we go. That's the thing. That's the thing, Bob. Freaking weird way for someone to promote their channel just on a 2-minute video that's just the opening cinematic when that's clearly all someone's looking for and not other stuff. That's from what I hear from what I've heard, that's apparently behind the day one patch. Let's find out if that's true. Let's find out if the rumors are true. There's no symbol showing it's loading or anything. I can't win this game, man. Oh, man. I'm gonna have so many people that hate my guts like, you can't judge that. You just have to install the day one patch and it'll be fixed after all. This is what was on the shelf that was where there was money paid for it. Okay? Like, if your freaking title screen OST are behind your day one patch, if that doesn't say a game is rushed, I don't know what does. Honestly. Oh my good gracious. Like, I've heard that apparently post-game and the credits are behind the day one patch as well. I don't know that for sure because we haven't gotten to there, but we've now 100% confirmed that the title screen, opening cinematic, and OST are all for sure behind the day one patch. And that alone is more than I've ever heard of being behind a day one patch for any game in my life. A day one patch is supposed to be bug fixes and minor touch-ups and like balance stuff. Not your basic game mechanics. I can't with this game, man. I love how the sound plays and then the exclamation point is like, second and a half later. I'm full of energy because I get power from my Pokemon. I get power from laughing at the state this game shipped in. Challenge by Youngster Michael! Send out Bidoof. Yeah, it definitely shows like stuff was really, you know, rushed out and whatnot, is what it feels like. Like, that's also how I felt, like, leading up to the release of this game, where it's like, also, real Cyberfox raiding with a party of 7. I appreciate the raid there. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. How did your stream go, Cyberfox? What were you just streaming, if you don't mind me asking? Welcome, everybody, from Cyberfox's stream. We're doing some Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, without the day one patch, specifically, to see the state the game shipped in. So, enjoy this absolutely great placeholder music that... because the game apparently didn't ship with its actual music. So that's cool. But anyway, what were you streaming, if you don't mind me asking? What was on the agenda there? Anyway, as I was saying before though, I was really worried, like with the trailers leading up to release. It's like, yeah, the later trailers looked better and I liked the graphical improvements that the later trailers made. But it made me very worried because it's like, they didn't yet have these vertical slices ready to show off about their game. Instead, like, their overall game was still lacking, and that was very concerning, and we see it now. But yeah, also playing Pokemon Shine and Pearl, were you doing it with the day one patch? You just missed us showing off the non-day one patch title screen. Only the best thing ever. But not to be a Pokemon apologist, every Pokemon game is rushed almost by definition. Yeah, I feel like the Pokemon series as a whole would be better off, like, taking more time to, you know, really flesh out their titles. But I feel like they've gotten, like, so centered on this idea of, like, they need to get the main games out there so fast, since it's the largest grossing media IP in the world, and most of the revenue is generated through things like merchandise, interestingly enough. So I feel like they have this crazy rush to, like, get their next main series games out there with, like, the new and hip things, with, like, the new and hip gimmicks, or the new and hip generation, or whatever the heck, so that they can, like, push out more merchandise, more anime, more TCG, stuff like that, all centered around that. It's the world's largest grossing media IP, and even if the main games aren't the largest source of revenue for it, it's what everything else is, like, based around. It's what it all, like, centers around. So I feel like they have this need to you know, get things out on, like, this regular basis, so that they can base every other part about this IP around it and how they market and sell it. And that's the kind of thing where it's like, you know, you wouldn't have noticed it too much in, like, the earlier days, or even, like, the handheld days mostly in general, when, you know, getting things out in that kind of a time of the matter was still pretty, like, feasible with handheld and, like, 2D and whatnot. But ever since, like, 3D and home console and all that whatnot, like, it started to show bit by bit, you know, how it's like they might not be able to keep up with this pace anymore. And it's really showing, you know. Like, so I'd absolutely agree that, like, the Pokemon games have always been, like, rushed to an extent, but it's like, it's only, like, really, really, really showing nowadays in, like, this environment where, you know, the standards for what makes a game in this kind of environment are so much higher than it was in, like, a 2D hand. Did he despawn during the move? The kid, that is. Did he just spawn back into existence when the move ended? Hold on, I need to see this really quickly. Hold on, do it again. It is. What? As I was saying, it's starting to really, really show when they're trying to get games out on such a timely basis. Oh my goodness. I can't take this game seriously for the life of me. Like, I went into this being like, okay, I don't have the best of opinion about this, but maybe it'll be a pleasant surprise. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway, but yeah, we're playing with the day one patch. When you start Brilliant Diamond off stream, you'll play without the patch, because now you're curious, can you uninstall the patch? Is it possible to do so? Pokemon should take the Elden Ring approach, where they announce the game, say nothing for 2 years, then show off a masterpiece at a game event. I'd be down for that, honestly. He's a phantom. I assumed the do is supposed to be to, like, the Daddy Fans. I never watched that show, so I don't even know what the theme song goes like, but I assume that's what a reference is to. You missed us showing the title screen a little bit earlier, Cyberfox. I'll show it. I'll show it again really briefly. So we save our progress and we close the game. Didn't install it for Diamond yet. Oh, so Pearl think you could play it without for that game install. Console's not connected to the internet. Yeah, on purpose. Yeah, start software. You're not getting that day one patch yet. But yeah, so yeah, the music is certainly something. The kid spawning in and out of existence is certainly something. And the I love how when the game loads, it doesn't show, like, any indication that it's loading. You just get a black screen for 3,000 years without any indication that anything is happening. It's just a void. This gives me time to move the Akira Zubat into the folder that it goes. There we go. There's the non day one patch title screen. Isn't it beautiful? This is the state the game shipped in. It's only after it shipped that they bothered to, I guess, slap together the proper title screen and have it be included with the day one patch. That's like release day Skyrim level glitches. Mr. Dudo spawning in and out of existence. And now it shows the loading. When you press A there. Oh man, I'm dying. This game is killing me. I can't. Ah man. I genuinely wonder how many people are going to be commenting on, like, these YouTube videos after the fact, absolutely hating my guts for not doing the day one patch. What? Why did the battle, like, start? Wait. What was that interaction? The text happened where the battle was about to start, but then it was like full screen back to like regular overworld. I was like, what? Did the battle cancel? Can I move again? But then the battle started like a few seconds later. What was that? What the hell? Hey, did the press A text is red? Yeah, it's kind of ugly. I think that it's probably done to like contrast like the blue Dialga that would normally be in the back after the day 1 patch. Is probably the reason why if I had to guess. But yeah, or year 6 Skyrim glitches. Could well be the case. Want to know a fun fact about this game? Another fun fact about the way this game was programmed? Apparently, data miners have found out that the difference between Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is only one thing. It's an internal flag that says that this cartridge is a copy of Brilliant Diamond or this cartridge is a copy of Shining Pearl. That's it. So hackers have already found out how to make copies of Brilliant Diamond a copy of Shining Pearl and vice versa, just by switching this flag around. Like, it doesn't change the actual icon on the Switch here, apparently. So if you change this flag, apparently you would, like, still click on Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, but it would load up a copy of Pokemon Shining Pearl, apparently. And I guess from, like, a programming standpoint, it technically makes sense, I guess. But, like, when these are being... But it's still kind of funny when these are being sold as, like, 2 separate games. And even if you buy them together in a bundle, it's still the same price as buying them both individually. Technically, it's 1 cent cheaper to buy the 2 games individually than as a bundle, fun fact, when the only difference between the 2 games is the internal flag. Which, like, again, technically, it makes sense programming-wise, but when you consider that they want you to... that they try to pressure you into paying for it twice, that's certainly something. Like, in the past, in the early days of Pokemon, like, the 2 different versions were absolutely made to, like, encourage trading, encourage people coming together and whatnot, and, you know, bring people together through Pokemon, through trading and version exclusive and whatnot. Like, I don't believe that Pokemon started out with multiple versions, like, expecting people to get, like, multiple versions, and, you know, make the revenue that way. But, nowadays, there's certainly a little bit of a push to do it. Have I shown the pre-order bonus chart on the on this yet? I don't think I have. But yeah, let's see here. Still right after the patch, just check your title screen. Yeah, I think it's probably meant to contrast like Dialga that would be in the background, or Palkia. You're saying that you're playing Shining Pearl there. So would it contrast like the pink? Does it look good as the red on top of like Palkia or whatnot? When the Bidoof model looks better in this game than Legends Arceus, it actually looks about the same as that in like the later trailers. In the first trailer for Legends Arceus, Bidoof didn't even have eyes, but like the later trailers, Bidoof has eyes again. Like, I guess the lighting is a little bit weird in it, but I don't know. Only said 2 versions doesn't make sense in its current form. A stage of late stage capitalism, you're sure? Maybe. But hold on, let's see here. That page that I load up. Let's find the official page for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, because I haven't shown this yet while doing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl official page. For anyone who doesn't know, let me show you this little gem. Assuming they haven't taken off like the pre-order page since the game's out now. Let's see here. Okay, they still haven't yet. Available November 19th. Okay, yeah, it's probably not even November 19th everywhere in the world quite yet because of time differences. So, in the past, I genuinely believe that Pokemon started out with multiple versions because they genuinely wanted to like bring people together with version exclusives and whatnot. But nowadays, you can't say that they don't want to like push people in some form to like get both versions. There's an entire chart of like pre-order bonuses, and the only way you get all the things on the chart is if you buy the double pack digitally. Wait. Oh, did they change it? Is it not anymore? Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl double. This used to be only digitally. It used to be that like you only got all the things if you bought it digitally. They changed it. Digital's not there anymore. Huh. It used to be yeah, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Wait. Oh no, it's right there. I'm freaking blind. I'm dumb. What the hell? I can't read. I don't want to talk about it, okay? I don't want to talk about it. I can't read. I have this problem in university as well, where it's like I'll read certain parts of the requirements for like an assignment, and my mind will just like blank on the other parts, and it sometimes gets me in trouble for some assignments. Like I've submitted assignments like typed out and like Microsoft Word where the instructions explicitly say must be handwritten. So I have trouble reading sometimes. I'll certainly admit it, but it's funny. They have like an entire chart of I healed, right? They have an entire chart of like rewards where the only way that you get all the things on the chart is if you buy the double pack digitally, which eliminates the already dying middlemen like game stores and whatnot. So yeah, there was absolute. That was a weird delayed encounter. It like stopped me, and then a couple seconds later the encounter happened. So I do believe that in the past multiple versions started as bring people together for different versions and whatnot, and there probably still is like that to an extent, but they know that there's people out there that are willing to get both versions or are on the fence about getting both versions. So they go out of their way to try to give consumers that little extra nudge to yes, get both versions. Get our both versions double pack that costs the exact same as buying both versions individually. Like they absolutely want to that. Ow, my ears. And one could argue that like, the other rewards there apart from like mana fee that you get for like getting any version of the game are just Pokeballs anyway. And you can get like 12 quick balls and 200 Pokeballs or whatever it is pretty easily in game no matter what anyway. But kids aren't gonna know that. Kids who are interested in Pokemon and want to try out the new games aren't gonna know that. And everyone always tells me in my Pokemon video essay like kids are the target audience, not you, so you can't have an opinion on it. But I do feel like kids/families are probably still like mainly the target audience. So there are these rewards there that sure aren't that much, but a kid that's interested in it isn't gonna know that. They'll just see that like on the page that says to purchase these games, there's this chart with all these cool things they can have, but the only way they can have all the things is if they get the digital double pack. So there's that. That was something I meant to talk about earlier that I forgot. Got a nifty keen gym badge from the gym leader in Orberg City. Did you now? Ow. I'm gonna have nightmares of the opening of this theme. Like, I guess technically I have nobody to blame but myself for this. I blame myself equally as much as I blame the higher-ups that made the decision of shipping it in this state for doing this. Like, it's my fault for not doing the day one patch and listen to this. And it's their fault for shipping it like this. So it's equally our fault that I'm gonna have nightmares about this theme later tonight. This is what's gonna happen. Oh man, imagine shipping your game without the soundtrack. Imagine it. I certainly can't. Like, if there was a time traveler that went back like a year ago or something like that and told me that there was gonna be like some future Pokemon game that shipped without its soundtrack, there's no way I'd believe them. Like, there's no chance. Like, they could say something like absolutely outlandish that, like, they could say something like, I don't know, we started terraforming Venus. And I'd probably believe that before I believe them saying that like a Pokemon game shipped without its soundtrack in the game. Like, they could say something absolutely absurd to me that I probably believe before that, It's burned into your mind, Mortis. It's burned into my mind now too. Last Madeline. I knew a Madeline once. Ah, my throat. Isn't there like a thing over here? This encounter was instant. Why is it that sometimes the encounters are instant and other times it like freezes you in the grass for 2 seconds and then the encounter happens after that? Like what? Like what's up with that? I don't get it. I used to in the olden days of Pokemon run from every random encounter, but nowadays I realize that like, it doesn't take too much longer to hit like one fight input anyway and like see the animation go through. And it can make like a big net experience difference. Man, imagine playing a Pokemon game on the Switch where the Pokemon actually exist in the world and you can avoid them instead of them being random encounters. I certainly can't imagine it. Random encounter, hell is hell. Here we go. one of my favorite things about the Pokemon games on the Switch with Let's Go, and of course you land it. Watch, just like Pokemon Platinum, I'm gonna get hit with like confused by 30% like every time with Water Pulse. It's gonna happen. Every single Water Pulse that hits me, just like in Platinum, is gonna confuse me. I swear, that was the rule in Platinum. It's gonna be the rule here. But yeah. Why do you want to buy this game? You want to buy it, but you hate so much about it. Hey, it's your wallet and your choice at the end of the day. It's whatever it is. But I can tell you for sure, if I was not a content creator, I would not have picked up this game. Like, when I say I'm covering this for review purposes, I mean it. For the sake of covering it on the channel, having a playthrough of it on the channel, and reviewing it when it's all done, that's tried and true my reason. If I was not a content creator, I'd be giving this a hard pass. From what I'd seen beforehand. And like a lot of my fears coming to fruition, you know. Oh man. Smack-a-roo, get that Starly. This is gonna be a journey. This is gonna be a journey. Just like Platinum, we are gonna go all the way through this game. And, oh my goodness, I am... Stop! Well, but yeah, doing this out of obligation, you respect that. I'm glad to hear it. Oh man, I'm obligated to as someone that's covered so much Pokemon on the channel, and like after my Pokemon essay especially, see firsthand what's going on here. And hey, I shouldn't have to say this, but like anybody watching this on YouTube after the fact, I mentioned it during my video essay on like opinions on games, that my opinions don't have to be your own. So, just in case anybody didn't get the memo, keep that in mind. Like, if you're having a lot of fun with this game, whatever, you can have a lot of fun with this game. In fact, even, like I mentioned at the end of that video essay, freaking come to the Discord server and share your passion. I love to hear about people being, like, passionate about things, even if it's not something I'm passionate about. Like, sure. But, let me play, but also let me play this game the way that I want to experience it. And... this is the way that is. But yeah, there's that. After I'm done covering this game, when it comes to like second hands, like I might just lend this game out after I'm done with it. Like I have a couple little cousins of mine that are really into Pokemon, who I might actually start playing Minecraft with in the near future here once I start covering that on the channel. So when I play with them would just be off camera. Like I remember I got them a Sword and Shield for like the holidays a couple of years back. I don't think I'd do that with this game because I haven't exactly had the best experience with it yet. But honestly, when I'm done with this playthrough, I might just like lend it out to them or something like that. Just be like, yeah, take it off my hands, you play it for a while. If you want to see what it's like, sure, go ahead. But yeah, there's that. Well, we're on our... Doesn't this guy speak to me about something? Yeah. As we go to Orberg City. Oh, look at there! You got a Pokémon. My hands are way too freaking chubby to have anything on my wrists. Like, my entire body size is a bit too weird to have anything at all on me, but I guess that doesn't stop me. You're a pretty new trainer, aren't you? Taking TM98s. Every time I get TMs, I'm gonna be reminded of their single use, and I hate it. Put the TM98s in your bag TM's pocket. Each of these TMs contains the move Rock Smash. Oh. FYI, when you use a technical machine to teach your Pokemon move, that TM will then break. So think very careful about when to use it. It's a new feature to your Pokédex, rookie trainer. The Hidden Moves app. So at least HMs are like, you know, something you don't have to teach to a Pokemon to use them in the field. Use Rock Smash, try your Pokédex, wild Pokemon, and get rid of boulders on your path. But to use this hidden move in the field, you'll need to first get the gym badge from Orberg City. Looking forward to seeing your growth. Hidden Moves. Use Hidden Moves from the Hidden Moves Pokétap to remove or bypass obstacles. Okay. Thanks, Mr. Judo. I can't get over how the rock smashable rocks here just look like weird PNGs that exist on the... Why'd I stop? Why is it that it like stops you for like 2 seconds and then the encounter happens? I don't get it. Like... It like stops you and like, do I want to give you an encounter? I guess I will. Do you have Sturdy or something? Yeah, you do. Guess I'll catch you. Anybody have a name for Geodude? I don't plan on using a Geodude in my party. Yeah, let's see here. Talk about renting games their main store for Sword and Shield 20 hours, 2 weekends if you don't play at all during the week. Have a lifetime of play to play it instead of renting. I rented games like way back in the day. I haven't freaking done it in like 3,000 years. Haven't done that. Whale. Boopity bop. Well, get the Geodude. Anybody have a Geodude name? Usually there's like the whole redeeming points to suggest a Pokemon name, but if I catch a Pokemon that I don't know what to name anyway, just freaking drop a name anyway. And that's totally why anybody watching this on YouTube after the fact as well should totally come by this Twitch streams. Name some of our Pokemon. If there's name suggestions in the comments for some potential future Pokemon, I may consider it, but it's a lot easier when stuff is like live like this, you know, and actually catching Pokemon right then and there and being like, what do we name it? Do I name Geodude? It's a female Geodude apparently. How about this Geodude? Is Dudette. Heck yeah. Dudette. Heck yeah. Well, yeah, the sound effect plays like 2 seconds before the exclamation point. Trainers will accept challenges anywhere. It's what we do. And you also break my ears. Camper Curtis, huh? One thing I do like about the game, as I mentioned before and I'll mention again, I do like the environments for the battles. I do like the surroundings, like the backdrops for the battles and whatnot. I do like that. I don't know, maybe when it comes to that situation of the Mortis, there is sometimes the idea of like, what if you want to like, as a content creator, maybe it's a little bit different for me, but I always have the mindset of like, even if there's a game I really don't like, what if I want to cover it because I don't like it? Like, that's freaking every modern Roller Coaster Tycoon game, for example, that I cover from time to time on this channel. Like, I specifically picked up Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures on the Switch, knowing it would be a piece of crap game, and it blew me away with what a piece of crap game it was. Or if I ever have kiddos down the line or something like that, and I have like my game shelf, I can be like, this one's really good, this one's really bad, want to see why that is, and still be able to like refer to it and whatnot. So it's like, I still have that piece of history that I can refer back to, even if it freaking sucks more than modern RCT. You know, I guess, like owning a piece of history in a sense that you can refer back to at any time. So if your entire team gets about the same experience points from battles anyway, then what reason do you have to like ever not just rely on your main Pokemon insanely until the end of time? Did they get less experience that time? A bit less. I don't know what determines it. There's a bit less that time. I don't know. We'll be relying on our starter up until through like the first gym, I guess, and then start mixing up sometime after that. So am I getting through this cave? I'm going to battle you. It's like the worst intro ever. Oh man, every time I hear it. Imagine if I set that as my alarm. You know how I was joking earlier about how about those memes where I need to adjust my freaking finger up. I put my legs up on a second desktop underneath my computer, but the thing keeping dust off of it is just this magnetic thing, so I keep moving it by accident. I keep fixing it. Just wondering why I'm doing it to that. You know how I joked about, you know, being like a good dream, one of those memes where it's like you're in a good dream, but then your like iPhone alarm wakes you up suddenly? And I imagine this theme doing that. What if I just, like, I have an iPhone and I use the default iPhone alarm and I hate the sound of it so much. What if I set my new alarm to literally this theme? So like, anytime my alarm goes off to wake me up in the morning, I just hear like that super obnoxious way. Oh my goodness, it would certainly get me out of bed. I can say that for sure. It would definitely get me out of bed. I'm kind of tempted to... Also, is it just me, or are all the Pokemon here seem like way lower level than I remember them roughly being in Platinum? Like, I would think that they'd be like level 7 or 8 or something like that by this point, but they're like level 5 and stuff. What's going on here? Anyway, I'm kind of tempted to do that, and then like during a future Pokemon Brilliant Diamond stream, report back to you on my findings on like what doing that does to my mental state. Like, what are the mental and health effects of setting one's alarm to the placeholder freaking MIDI and default trumpet sound battle music of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl do to you? Like, what does that do to you? I'm very tempted to. Oh man, it sounds so awful.